Hey everyone, another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. We're here at the castle for the super late night edition here of Milk and Honey. Of course, M&H is what they're called now. Very excited. I've always wanted to have this amazing Israeli single malt come visit us. I only had two prior to tonight. Been an amazing evening. So we're going to turn it over to you, and we're going to let you tell us all about M&H and how you got into business and all that good stuff, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so I'll try to keep it short because it was a long evening.
It is late, yeah.
So basically we started with a bunch of guys who wants to open a whiskey distillery in Tel Aviv, and they came up to me for consulting. I told them, don't do it.
Which is awesome.
It's, just think about that. One of the most expensive city, you need the real estate for the cask. There's no...
Hey, Scott. We got somebody joining us, even better. There we go, the super late night edition.
And then we don't have tradition of whiskey making in Israel. And I think the most important thing, like I told you, we don't have patience as a nation.
Right.
And we need patience for whiskey.
And that does, it's kind of important.
But the good thing for us, it was the climate. So the climate makes, the hot and humid summers in Tel Aviv and the cool and dry winters actually makes the casks working. And we have 11% evaporation rate. So we have very rapid maturation, which goes together with our thinking outside the box.
Yeah, absolutely.
Things, and with the lack of patience.
There you go. See, what could you do? Except for make really great whiskey.
Thank you for that.
That's the thing is, like I said before, tonight I had a couple of them. Like, man, everything we had tonight was just fabulous. So it's our first time doing an after event stream. But since, unfortunately, they had too much fun at Iron Root today, which you guys know will be here tomorrow here for the Texas Independence Day. So I know, Scott, you're going to be here tomorrow, so you'll be enjoying a bunch of that. So as any of us know that Marsha and Robert and everybody up there has a great time and might like to pour a few things, as he found out when he was up there today. And he loved it. He's taking some back to Israel, which is pretty great.
I loved it, yeah.
So, they're super awesome people. So, like I said, we got a chance to try this stuff tonight, and it did not disappoint, to say the least. So, we're going to start out, with the red wine cask here. The sherry cask. We did the red wine earlier, but we're only going to pour 3 because it's late, guys. We'll talk about the other ones. We're only going to pour 3, though, for obvious reasons, because it's 12:47, and he's a flight to Chicago tomorrow. So, we do want to go. Andy, good to see you there up in Oklahoma. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so this whiskey was actually, we had to make our own seasoning projects. Usually our size of distilleries just source cask from brokers, but we had to make our own ones because we are kosher. We needed kosher sherry. There's no kosher sherry. We had to make them. So we produce sherry in Spain, sherry wines, to season the cask and then send them empty to Tel Aviv, start aging the whiskey. But the good thing about this whiskey is that March 30th, 2023, this whiskey beat 6,000 whiskeys from all around the world and won the world best single malt at the World Whiskey Awards in London.
It's pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's just 3 years after we released the first whiskey.
Wild.
It's so divine intervention or whatever, but I know it's a good whiskey.
Anyway. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Scott, if our buddy, of course, Andy over at Noctis, we bought everything he had pretty much tonight, was taken care of by the crowd that was here this evening. But yes, he will be order most of the things we have this evening, and he will have in the next month or so. So yes, you can definitely order from Andy. Noctis will take care of all of your good, amazing milk and honey needs, and you take good care of it. So yes, you can absolutely do it. So we're saying to our buddy Dwight here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dwight.
And Dwight will be back tomorrow. So as you know, as a good friend of the Castle's Dwight. So as you can know, if he has been here late at night, he has amazing stuff to share in his bag. And we'll see you tomorrow, Dwight. See you, bud. Appreciate it. So like I said, this is the first time I'm having, a kosher share, like you said. I don't know what the heck kosher is. Most might even know what kosher is.
I don't even know. No, I'm just kidding. It's the thing for us is there's a lot of rules and regulations about wines.
Right.
So if we want to make a kosher whiskey, it's okay. The ex-bourbon cask is always kosher. It's not a problem. But we are from Israel, so it's a bit more strict. Basically, it's not when you're using grape-based products cask like cognac, sherry, port, wine. Those has to be kosher. So we have wineries where we can source kosher cognac cask, but sherry we had to produce But I think this whiskey is more than all
It's pretty freaking
like
great.
balanced because it's like 50%
Beautiful.
ex-bourbon and then the rest of the 50 it's
Yeah,
Oloroso and Pedro
absolutely.
Jimenez. Not a sherry bomb.
Absolutely. Night out, night
Thank
cheer.
you, thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Guys, have a good night. We'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
guys soon. Hey, it's Burbank, another good friend up there in New York. He's also Jewish, a good guy.
Mhm.
So super awesome. He also, hopefully, Burbank, you've enjoyed many of these. I hope. If you
Yeah.
haven't had the milk on, you need to get some up there in New York.
Now we
This
have
is
some.
great stuff.
You need this.
We might
Yeah,
leave that one, please.
Let's try the second one. Let's do the Dead Sea.
All right, so we're doing the
All
rapid
right.
fire, guys, because,
Yeah.
like I said, he's got a flight tomorrow,
Yeah.
and we've been having a lot of fun for the last 6 hours. So, it's all good. All right, so we'll do the Dead Sea, which
So
freaking awesome. So tell them about the Dead Sea.
so what we did here is, of course, when we started, everyone knew how to talk about whiskey, but we didn't know how to design a distillery or to distill.
Right.
So we called up a guy. His name was Dr. Jim Swan, the late Dr. Jim Swan.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Very, impressive consultant, very famous one. He was the guy behind a lot of Scottish distilleries like Kilholman, Licknean, like in Penderyn in Wales. But for us, the most important jobs that he did was Kavalan in Taiwan and Amrut in India because of the hot climate. And hot climate maturation and even hot climate distillation are totally different. And when he came to Israel, we took him around, and we have like 5 climate zones in a very, very small country. We just figured out today that Texas is 30 times bigger than Israel.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So we started to experiment with that. So we distill the whiskeys in Tel Aviv, but then we can split cast like experimental warehouses around the country. And the first one and the most extreme one was the Dead Sea. We also have
Wow.
some in the mountains of Jerusalem, the Sea of Galilee, and the desert. But the Dead Sea is minus 400 meters below sea level, crazy air pressure. It can go up to 140 Fahrenheit in summertime.
Good Lord.
Very, very dry. So air pressure presses the liquid deeper inside the staves, and the dryness is crazy because it's so dry you lose more water. So ABV goes soars to the sky above 140. We cannot do a full maturation there because we have 25% angel share yearly. It's a lot, but what you get in the space, in the loans of the cask, as we call that,
Yeah.
it's all the minerals and the salinity and whatever it is.
It
there.
is the most probably salty I've had.
Yeah.
It's delicious. So, like you say, take Old Holding times it by 10. That's your salinity of this one.
Yeah.
It's fabulous stuff. Bourbon. So hopefully next time you are in Tel Aviv, you can come up to the distillery and check them out.
Yeah.
Because I think you should definitely do that. If you need help, we will certainly set you up with them. Good friend of the show, so we'll make sure you can get a chance to come meet them. Do you have any 70% or higher ABV released?
Yeah, even more, 72 sometimes.
Okay. So,
We take it down a little bit. Yeah. So this one is 55.5. It's explosive. It's
it's so good.
spicy. I think the texture is crazy.
Yeah, I've never really had anything quite like it,
Yeah.
which is fun. That if you're a Scotch fan, you're gonna be in love with this distillery. Like, it's everything you want in Scotch, punched up to the 10th degree. It's just beautiful. It's just great stuff.
And it's really whiskey that ages so fast because of the extreme weather, especially there. And
Which
this
is
is only 3 years old.
Which is
And,
wild. It's 3 years old.
yeah. We did a blind tasting in London when we just launched it. People from the industry, they thought it's an 18-year-old Scotch, but it's a 3 years baby from the desert. So.
I love everyone's question. How does a Jew get a single barrel of that percentage? Well, you'll have to talk to him about it.
Yeah, give us a call.
I can prove it, though. You won't want to see it. Thanks, Ben. That's lovely, bud.
We have some single barrels from the desert. We just bought a few of them for Japan.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
So
yeah, this is just great. I can't say enough good things about this. Like, what's cool for me is to only have had prior to tonight the red wine, the pomegranate, and then just try all these other amazing things. It's like holy crap.
So with the pomegranates and orange wines and whatever, so we experiment a lot,
Yeah.
and this really helps with the fast maturation.
Right.
And of course, this climate zones. We just launched 4 whiskey series that we call terroir, like in the wine industry.
Right.
So this is one, and then it's going to be Jerusalem Mountains, desert, and
I'm super excited for the terroir
they're
series.
They're coming to America soon. But the part of the experiments we did is, like Armagnac cask, tequila cask, coffee cask, mezcals, rums, Pinot de Charente, rye cask,
Sweet.
whatever. We did a lot of stuff.
Holy
And one of
crap.
them is we did like a special edition of we called it Art and Craft, and it was in beer cask. We gave our bourbon cask to local breweries. They aged their beer in it, and they brought it back to us.
Bock,
And yeah, so we had a few, and the only one that we still have here is the double bock. So yeah, let's try this one. It's double bock beer cask. It's a little bit. It looks different because we had like a local artist, a young one, just draw our bull, and it's at 58.3.
It doesn't taste anywhere near that high.
Yeah, because our stills, we cut very high and very short, the heart of the still.
Yeah, tell us your still. You have some really unique stills.
Yeah, we have 2 stills. The big one is the wash still is 9,000 liters, and the spirit still is 3,500. First one we just found lying around in a barn in Romania.
Because that's where I always find stills.
Yeah, if you want stills, go to Romania.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was actually they were burning some. It was like open fire. Crazy.
It's insane.
Because they were burning witches all the time.
They're burning witches.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Romania. I mean, they have vampires, Draculas from there. It's all good.
So yeah, this one, the second one was designed for us, but so we cut the spirit very high and very short. We cannot use a lot of the feints in the tails because we have short time of maturation, and some of the offsets were gonna still be off, stay stinky, which in 8 to 12 years are going to be amazing. But because of the shape of the line arm, which is going down at 45 degrees, we get some of the oiliness back. There's no reflux. So you get more oiliness. And this is why at 58%, you don't feel that it's so strong.
And another thing we've heard of just started having a 45-degree reflux on their line arm, which blows my mind. That's incredible.
So this one is the double bock.
All right. Hey, Donner Pass. Good to see you there out in California. Sorry, Ben. Yeah, hopefully next time you're in Texas, I know we're 4 hours north of all those places. You get a chance to come see us.
It's a nice one. You feel the beer,
really nice
sweetness, but it's not too beery.
I like it. Your stream got nuked. That's no good. Oh, nice. Here, can I meet you? Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. What's that? Oh, hey, Dustin. Good to see you. Hopefully, Dustin, you've had a chance to try some of the stuff from here for Milk and Honey. Great stuff. If you haven't had a chance, come to the castle. Caitlin's gonna be generous enough to leave us a few of these different bottles to come try. Sure. And
so we tasted 8 whiskeys today.
Yeah, it was a good day.
But it's too late, so we're tasting only 3.
That's right. We're only doing 3. If you want to talk to the ones you have, just people can know if they're in their areas. What else do you guys have on the market? People could like the classic
here in Texas or
just the whole country in general.
Okay, yeah. So we have
our whole stream. It goes worldwide, so it's biggest U.S. and Canada would be the biggest ones to talk about.
So I think first one is always the flagship, the classic, the opening level for us, which is the first whiskey we ever launched at the beginning of 2020. Worst timing in the world, of course.
Of course.
And then it's around 85% ex-bourbon casks, double distillation, copper pot still, 92 proof. And then a little bit of an STR cask, which is an old red wine cask that was shaved, toasted, and recharred. In our climate, it gives you some spiciness and some tannins and a bit of fruitiness, kind of a nice combination. We call it a table whiskey. If you put it on the table,
it'll be gone within the night.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Great stuff. And a lot of people can relate to that. If you prefer more peated whiskeys or sherry whiskeys, you can have this one. We had the red wine cask, the Element red wine. The Element series
Absolutely.
is based 50% on the same type of casks as the classic, and then we add another type of cask, not a finish, just a vatted together. And we use it's not very winey, and we were afraid of too much wine influence. I think it was
Right.
like balanced and deep, and
It's super nice. Yeah, it's you don't like a crazy wine influence. It's just right. It's a little bit on there, and so it's got like the nice dry finish of the wine, but it's not crazy that it's gonna beat you in the face. It's like, oh, forget you're drinking whiskey, you think you're drinking a freaking wine, which I really appreciate because a lot of them, you're right, I'll overdo it with the
Yeah.
red wines, and this is just it's the perfect balance of it.
exactly. We tasted another one that was the pomegranate wine cask,
That
which is
was phenomenal.
pomegranates is it's very Israeli, and there's one winery in the north of Israel. It's called Rimon. Rimon is pomegranate in Hebrew, in our language, and it's they make pomegranate fruit wines, which are from one hand it's sweet, and the other side it's going to be a little bit tarty, sour because of the fruit, and we are just using their casks. So we had two additions. One was the element, which is
Right.
like 46%, 92 proof, which is gentle, and then we had one that was like the original one, very high ABV, like 57.3, I think, and fully matured in pomegranate wine cask. I think it's totally different. It's part of our DNA, and I think the guys here liked it. So,
We liked it. It was pretty tasty.
yeah.
In fact, my sister-in-law ended up liking the pomegranate. That's the whiskey she's ever liked. And we've had to try a lot of whiskeys over the years. I'm like, okay, finally we won one.
Yeah.
And she actually likes it. She wants to buy a bottle. So that's pretty freaking great.
Yeah.
And so for the fact of all the stuff we made her try, which is probably thousands of whiskeys this time, finally found what she likes. So I'll say
This is what's so cool
Good
about
job
whiskey.
on that. Exactly. The best thing about this, if there's nothing you can't like and you guys line up, you're doing this wrong.
Yeah.
Like there's so many cool casts, all these cool experimentals, and everything seems to work. And so it's like you just try all this cool stuff. It's like, well, I don't like. Well, fine. What do you do? Like it's a huge portfolio of cool stuff, and all the new terroir series you got coming out, stuff coming out in the next few months, and just so many
Yeah.
cool, unique things that just aren't really done. But it's great because your stuff does mature in 3-4 years. It's like awesome. Whereas like you do a scotch and like that, it's like fuck, you get 15-20 years away.
Yeah.
But you know what the hell it's going to taste like. So
Um,
the price is also super awesome. I mean, anywhere from what $55 up to $150 for tremendous single malt. You can't beat that. I mean, it's just a great deal.
and I think one of the most interesting whiskeys we tasted was the Element Peated. We actually call it lightly
Oh,
peated.
so good.
And it's because Americans a lot of times they're afraid of peat, or because
Right.
their first scotch they ever tasted was Lafroig or one of those
Sure.
big peat Isla, and this is kind of really balanced because it's a 50% classic, and then the rest of the 50 we kind of made it from a peated barley in ex bourbon and unpeated barley in ex Isla cask, ex Lafroig and ex Ardbeg cask. So you get it's like almost no smoke on the nose. It's not iodine, not kind of maritime scent.
Yeah, none on the nose. Yeah,
but
you're right.
only the finish, you get some smokiness and
But it's
grassiness,
super
and everything
nice.
was yeah.
And
It's
it was
balanced.
interesting because we had a couple that was at the other end of the room here, and she's like, I don't really like whiskey, but
Yeah.
man, once she got a hold of it, she's like, oh, this is really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm like, so you like you like peated single malt? Nice. She's like, oh, I like the smoke on this.
Even your mother agreed with
Even my mom,
Yeah.
who does not like
Yeah.
peat at all, she's like, this is good whiskey. So yeah, my mom had a great time, likes it, and my mom to like, we broadened her horizon, but she thoroughly enjoyed tonight for the most parts, which was good. And so yeah, it was just really fun to see the smoke show up on that from the actually to Lafroig and Ardbeg cast. But not in a crazy way, but in a good way. It was really, but yeah, nose has really no smoke. But that palate shows up really like a really good barbecue. I guess the best way, like a briquette type thing. Quite nice.
Before we go to sleep, let's
Absolutely.
cheers. And as we say to life, l'chaim.
Hi.
L'chaim. Thank you, guys.
All right. See you guys next week. Cheers.